Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 1116. We're back at it. Less than 10 hours since we were last live. This is a new coffee I'm drinking this morning. Still really hot. Let me try to get a better taste of it. It's okay. I believe this is Peet's, P-E-E-T, Peet's Coffee, which I think that's a Seattle-based company, right? Costco has a really shitty selection of ground coffee. They've got a whole row of whole bean coffee, which I don't like whole bean coffee. I don't want to put myself to work grinding coffee beans. So I found the one brand. I think they have Folgers, but I'm not drinking Folgers. Unless it's I'm not gonna go out of my way. I'm not gonna buy Folgers. If Folgers was the only coffee available, I'll drink it, but I'm not going to buy it. So Peet's was otherwise it was going to the making another trip, going to the grocery store. So this is okay. My wife did tell me, she's like, they have a coffee grinder, like as you walk out. And I'm like, oh, but like when I'm at Costco, I just want to get the hell out of there. Like and I thought yesterday it was, what was yesterday? Thursday. Today's Friday. Can you believe that? I can't. I want another weekday. I get that's kind of when you work from home, it's like you don't care. When you're selling baseball, you just don't care what day it is. I need another weekday. I need another day. When I'm at Costco, and I'm thinking it's Thursday at 1:30 in the afternoon. This is a good time. Like you beat the lunch rush. People go to Costco for lunch. I mean, hot dog, pizza, cheap. So you beat the rush, and it's a Thursday. It was still packed. It was still busy. Not packed. It wasn't packed. There was no like long lines for the checkout, but it was still busier than what I would like. I mean, I would prefer an empty store. I would prefer no other shoppers. I would prefer to go in by myself, not have to deal with other people. So it was a big shopping day because I had to get we were out of toilet paper, which is you have to have that. So my wife's like, can you go to Costco? I'm like, oh, I hate Costco. Can I just go to the store and get like 4 rolls? So I went to Costco. I got the toilet paper. It's like, well, might as well get some Spotted Cow while I'm here. Did need water. So it was necessary. Water and toilet paper and Spotted Cow. What else did I get? And then we never, here's the thing. And I think most relationships are like this. Nobody can decide on what's for dinner. And, well, what do you want? Well, what do you want? Well, what do we have? You know what we have. Oh, I don't know. Well, I don't know either. And then you end up eating peanut butter and jelly. So we are not a cooking household. My wife is good cook though. Like she makes some dishes and it's like, oh, I wish she would do this every night. I am not a good cook. So I live by prepackaged meals. Like that's it. Just throw in the microwave. Costco's good with that. So I did pick up some of those, but my wife's like, we used to live on them. And all of a sudden, like something, I'll have to ask, like, why don't you want these anymore? Because that's what we used to tagliatelle, pot roast. Now it's like, I'm okay. And they said the fridge, and it's like, well, we better put these in the freezer. And then we forget they're in the freezer. Oh, they had Peps. Was it Peps? What was the pizza I was raving about a couple of weeks ago? They had that. So I bought, and it was the kind I like, the Prohibition style. So I think that's about all I got. Coffee, pizza, beer, water, toilet paper. What else do you need? And some pre-made meals. So that was fun. It was a retail day. It was Costco and Fleet Farm. I went to so I had to go to Fleet Farm to get more tables. So we have 175 tables, sold out show. I'm already backed up, got a waiting list. Still 3 ballrooms in the mezzanine, and we're still sold out. Dealers are bringing their own tables, and I still, because I oversold, and I did I don't want to go back and tell, hey, I know I gave you a table, but can you bring your own? I don't want to do that. I'm okay with saying if you want a spot, you have to bring your own table. I'm cool with that, but I don't want to, no takesies, backsies. So I'm like, I'll just eat it and go buy more tables. So I went to Fleet Farm because they're my little honey hole for card show tables. And I grab a cart. The first cup, this is my third, by the way, this is my third table buying trip. I now have, don't tell my wife, I now have 21 tables, 21 card show tables, and 8 more were added yesterday. So I didn't tell her I bought 8 more tables. They're in my car because I'm going to be taking them to the Sheraton Hotel on John Nolan Drive tonight. And when I unload them, probably Monday, I'm just going to see if she notices 21 tables in our garage. And we may have that talk. You need a storage unit. That may be in my future. So I went to Fleet Farm and I just grabbed a cart and roll it back to the table section. And I don't see any 6-foot tables. None, not even the non-foldable ones. I love the bifold tables. It makes them 3 feet. I can just stack them. I can fit 20 in the back of my SUV. They had 4-foot. I'm not going to use 4-foot. So I'm like, shit. Yeah, I might be screwed. I'm either screwed or I've got a lot more driving to do today. I'll check out Farm and Fleet in Verona. Otherwise, I'm going to have to drive to like Janesville and Dodgeville. And I'm like, well, Costco usually has tables. I actually didn't look. They may have. Usually they have those tables. Typically they're a little more expensive than what I get at Farm and Fleet and Fleet Farm. So I'm like pissed. I'm huffing and puffing. Okay, not really, but I am in my mind. Rolling the cart back like, damn mother. Now I gotta drive. And as I'm driving the cart, all of a sudden I look, and on the horizon is this huge, like in the, like what do you call it in the middle of the aisle? It's not an end cap, but it's just, it's like a kiosk. They're like kiosks. They just put displays in the middle of the aisle, and like this light shone down and this music was playing, and it was a huge section, maybe like 40 or 50 6-foot tables. The previous 2 times I've gone to Fleet Farm to buy tables, they've had 5 or 6, and I've bought every single one they had. But not this time, because they had like 40 of them. And I'm like, oh. So I grabbed 8. I can fit 5 in their carts, and I can fit 3 in the undercarriage. And I'm like, should I buy more? And there may be another Fleet Farm trip in my future. I started mapping out the rooms yesterday afternoon, and got to do some more of that this morning. So, by the way, we are not going to play Name That Player today because I've just got too much going on. As usual, I'm not prepared. I think I was prepared for it last week. I'm not prepared for it. And I just don't want to take the extra, because sometimes we go like an hour and a half on Fridays, and I just don't have that time today. So no Name That Player today. We'll bring it back next Friday. So I got the tables. So that was a happy moment. So tables secured. May have to secure more. Maybe another Fleet Farm trip in my future today. We'll see. I do want to preview the Madison Card Show. 175 tables, 3 ballrooms. I do want to bring up the, let's see. I want to bring up the map of the Sheraton just so those that are coming know where you're going. There's just one additional ballroom, but still want to make sure you know where that's at. Sheraton Madison. How come it's not coming up? Where's the website? Where's the website? Come on, man. Where's the website to the Sheraton Madison website? So we'll preview that. I'll let you know who the dealers are and should know pretty much where that's last month's map. Let's see. So that was my day. We did the sale last night. Good sale. Like I did. So after I totaled everything last night, did better than I expected. Like going in, I had kind of a number in mind and beat it. So that's good. A couple of the boxes I thought would go for high. The refractor box, I think somebody got a good deal. What did that go for? 200, I think. I thought that would go for higher. The non-sport box, I think, went for 235 or somewhere in that vicinity. I thought that might hit 250, 300. I wasn't sure on where the market was going to be on that. Some of the other boxes, like the non-sport, like they had that numbered out of 16 card. Like, oh shit, didn't know that was in there. So there was some good stuff in there. There's a lot of numbered non-sport stuff in there. So who bought that? It's not there, but I think everybody has paid. So everything from last night's everything from last night's sale will be shipped out today. So if you paid for it, except for Raymond, because he's picking his boxes up tomorrow at the Madison Card Show. So I will have his boxes with me tomorrow. So fun sale. We'll do it again. It's going to be it's probably going to be 6 weeks. We kind of, I probably should have not done the sale last night based on just getting stuff ready for it. It really did take away from some of my card show prep, which is going to put me behind today on getting things ready for tomorrow's show. But I'll still have plenty of time because I'll take like the tables and stuff tonight because I want to avoid people being in the lobby and me bringing in all these tables and being in the way. So we'll go tonight. Dog shows also this weekend, so there's going to be some dogs. If you don't like dogs, you're probably not going to be happy with all the dogs in the Sheraton. It is a dog-friendly hotel. If you like dogs or love dogs like me, you will love it. This is my favorite weekend. This beats Bratfest for me because there's dogs everywhere. I love it. And it's not like your neighbor's dog that's not trained and barks all the time and jumps on you. Like these dogs are like, you don't even know they're there. Like they're like more behaved than kids. So if you're like, dogs, I don't want dogs in the hotel. Well, they're like better behaved than your kids. So there's that. Let's go to the chat. We've got Steel Cards here. Good morning to you. David, what's happening? Peter's in the house. Happy Friday. Shane, what's going on? Good morning. Charlie's here, listing and shipping and coffee. Oh my. Kyle, what's up? Good morning. Congrats on a good bargain box blowout sale and happy Madison Card Show Eve. Thank you, sir. Victor's in the house. Good morning. Go Cubs. First game of spring training. Great coffee. Yes, it is. And Victor adds, where is the Cubs jersey or hoodie? I know. I failed. I wasn't even thinking this morning. I just got up and grabbed a hoodie. Good morning, Brian. One fat pack of Top Series 1. One Ellie, one pseudo Ellie. Mission complete. There you go. I had somebody. So here's the thing about Top Series 1. In one of my group chats, somebody had bought 4 blasters and did not pull an Ellie. And he's like, I got 4 blasters and didn't pull an Ellie. Well, there's math involved. So how many cards are in I think there's 82 cards in a blaster. So 82 times 4 is 328. There's 350 cards in the set, 350 base cards in the set. So if you buy 4 blasters, there's going to be at least, what's that, 32? No, 22. 22. There's at least 22. Now, there's inserts in every pack or most packs. So you're probably looking at, say, 80 cards, 320 cards. So you're there's at least 30 cards missing. So it's highly conceivable that you don't pull a card that you want to pull if you buy 4 blasters, because 350 cards in the set, you're not going to get that many cards in the 4 blasters you bought. It's all about the math. Or you can be like Brian, buy 1 pack and get the Ellie, get the card you want. Mission complete. Tea Timer's in the house. Good morning. Top of the morning, he says. JK Cards in the house. Good morning. Do you have to have a printer scanner to use Card Dealer Pro? This is a great question. I know it's not efficient, but can you use pics you take from your phone and upload that way? Yes, you can. You absolutely can. It's still going to be faster doing it that way. It's not as fast. You can absolutely use it, and there's a couple. So there's a couple positives to doing that. You can take photos with your phone, which is fast, but it's not. It's certainly not as fast as a scanner, feed scanner. The benefit, though, against doing it just listing from your phone, is you've got hosting from Card Dealer Pro, and obviously it spits out the spreadsheet. So you can still, in obviously the AI, so that process is still faster. The phone is going to slow you down, but you absolutely can. You don't need to have a scanner. You can go and I assume, I don't use my phone for Card Dealer Pro, but I assume you can just go to carddealerpro.com, and I'm going to try this on my phone, Card Dealer Pro. You know what I would recommend? You can sign up for a free trial. Let's see. I don't think I'm logged in. I'm not logged in. My recommendation, sign up for the 7-day free trial and just start trying it and see how you like it. Give it several runs just to build your efficiencies, because you're gonna go in just like with anything. You're going to start using it, and the first few times you use it, you're going to be like, well, this is slow, because you're still learning how to use the program. But once you start learning the intricacies, and it's like, oh, okay, this is what I should do. And then you start cutting a lot of time off from what you're doing, and you become more efficient. And so give it a few times. Don't just try it one time and be like, this sucks. This is slower than the old way. You got to give it some time and be patient. But no, you don't need a scanner. It's going to be immensely faster with a scanner. But it's still, by not having a scanner and using Card Dealer Pro, taking photos from your phone, it's still, it's still faster than the old way of just listing on your phone. Philly Joe, good morning. Happy Friday. Neil, what's up? Good morning. Mark, good morning. What's your opinion on the new see-through Nike uniform pants? I think the new uniforms look absolutely terrible. When the jersey stuff was first coming out, I'm like, oh, people are just complaining to complain. And then I saw a photo. I'm like, oh, everybody is right. These jerseys look terrible. And now the pants, you can see through the pants. Like, what the hell? Who's making these uniforms? I mean, freaking Alibaba jerseys are better than these. What's going on? JG says 175 tables. Wow, you were going to draw all the influencers running around with camera crews. You don't see that much anymore. I used to see it all in Madison, Wisconsin. I would see it was a lot of Instagram guys doing trades and filming, and you don't see that anymore. It was, obviously it was big during the pandemic and up until maybe a year ago. You'll still see some people filming and stuff, but certainly not like it was back in 2022. Collector's Dream Orlando is here. Good morning. Low Roller Scratcher. We talked about it yesterday. Porter, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. Bill Simus in the house. Porter is here. Are the Cubs cards going to be good at the same time in 2024? I don't have any predictions. on the Cubs this season. Last year, I said they would win, 84 games and sneak into the second wild card or third wild card, whatever it was. And was pretty close. Missed, but was pretty close on that prediction. This year, I have no predictions. If I had to make a prediction on the Cubs right now, I would say probably 80 wins. That's below 500. That's 80 and 82. Right now, I don't know if that's just me being disappointed with how the offseason has gone. And I've always been an optimist / realist. Like, okay, hey, calm down. It's only December. It's okay. We haven't made any moves. It's December. There's still a chance, there's still like 4 big free agents left. Like, still, we've got games starting today at spring training. And Cody Bellinger still unsigned. Blake Snell. I did see Tim Anderson signed. I think he signed with the Marlins. So there's still free agents out there. There's just like you don't hear anything for any, you don't hear Cody Bellinger tied to any team, which to me sounds like all the teams have said this is what our deal is, and Scott Boras is like, nope, and he's just holding out. And it's right now it's a stare down between Boras and the teams, and ultimately the teams will win because Bellinger's going to be like, I just want to play the fucking game, and so here we are. So yeah, my prediction on the Cubs and Cardinals, I think the Cardinals will be better than what they were last year. And I think the Cubs will be about the same. What'd they end up winning last year? 83 games, I think, was their final tally. So 80 is probably me just being pissed off. It's probably going to be another 82, 83, 84, probably in that range. I wouldn't be surprised if they match last year's win total because it's basically the same team. So, and Justin Steele had an amazing season last year, and I just don't see he's a really good pitcher, but I don't know if he's going to replicate it. It's really hard to replicate those numbers as a pitcher. We saw him get worn out toward the end of the season. My biggest fear with Justin Steele is he pitched way more innings than he's ever thrown in professional baseball. And my fear is, and we saw the toll it took at the end of the season. He was getting really worn out. And so my fear is, does that lead to injury in 2024? That's my biggest fear. Justin Steele gets hurt, gets injured. And that's a fear that I have. So 80 to 83, I think 83 is probably the max win total, and I think the other side is worse than 80. It could be Pacoda has them at like 70 some wins, and that could be. So hopefully I'm just being irritated and upset with the team and lowballing the numbers, but I have a feeling that that's kind of a realist attitude on it. Bob, what's going on? He's going to be at the Madison Card Show tomorrow. 175 tables. The Madison Card Show started out in April of 2021 with 17 tables. My dream was 50 tables. In reality, I thought I could get the Madison Card Show to 40. And it's like, man, I don't know if I could ever get 50 tables. And here we are, 175 with a waiting list on top of that. So if I had the space, we'd probably go over 200 tables because I've turned down at least 3 dealers, maybe 4 dealers that wanted extra tables. And somebody want 5 tables. They have 2. I'm like, I can give you your normal 2. I'm sorry. So we could beat 200. We could go over 200 tables. There just isn't realistically, we could, but we would have to open up, like, I'd have to rent like the small conference rooms, and we'd have like 10 tables in 6 different rooms. It would be a cluster. I'd have to bring like neon signs with arrows going every direction. Like, hey, don't forget, more tables over here. Harlan's in the house. What's up? Good morning. Bill wants to know, have you still been hunting down Beckett's? No, in fact, I have not even organized the last batches that I when I drove up to wherever it was, Eau Claire or somewhere out there. I sorted some of those, but and then I think I bought some on eBay. So I don't even know what I am missing. I know I'm missing some from like the junk era. I know I have some like laying in various tubs that I found a random Bo Jackson one in a tub. So that might be next winter's project. I think my winter projects for 2023, 24 are over. So I think that might be a next winter's project, getting my Beckett's organized. Jeremy says, I'm doing Steiner math. The odds reset with each blaster. The odds do reset. I know I'm doing dumb math. But okay, moving on. I don't want to get into a math discussion because I'm dumb at math. Let's see. Sports card ripping teacher says, that's right, Victor. Can't wait to hear Pat and Ron. Absolutely. Is the game on TV or anything? I don't have Marquee Network. I don't get it up here. I do have MLB TV. I don't have MLB Network, but I have MLB TV. So I don't know if I don't think I'll have time to watch or even have it on, I guess. Flipping Sports Guy, Fanatics is making the uniforms. That's who Nike contracted, and they suck. Let's see. Low Roller Scratcher says he's got a new video on how to save a lot of money by eating Wendy's by using your phone. There you go. Michael, good morning from Ohio. 175 tables. That hotel better add on. I know. I need more rooms. James says the fanny pack camera crew is a thing of the past. You don't see that too often anymore. JK Cards, just don't want to spend on a printer scanner yet, but will eventually. Got an eBay subscription, scaling up my inventory, looking to get Card Dealer Pro. Good luck. I don't know who I was talking to about this, but the scanner and Card Dealer Pro, it's kind of the chicken or the egg. You can save time using either. Now, if you have both, you'll save a ton of time. There are restrictions if you only have Card Dealer Pro and no scanner. And obviously there's restrictions if you have a scanner with no Card Dealer Pro. There's going to be additional work, but it's still going to save you time over listing from your phone or from your desktop. So there is time. So my advice, and I would recommend this to anybody, because Card Dealer Pro is, you can do a 7-day trial of Card Dealer Pro. You can't do a 7-day trial of a feed scanner, and a feed scanner also is significantly more expensive, even if you buy a used one, than a subscription to Card Dealer Pro. So go that route. I think JK is on a good line. If you are on a budget and you're unsure, if you're doing this part-time as a side hustle, I would just say do the Card Dealer Pro 7-day trial, see how it works for you, build in your efficiencies, go from there, work your way up to a scanner as far as money is concerned. And once you get to that point, put it in. If you're full-time, I would highly recommend both Card Dealer Pro and a scanner. Basically I'm going to try to be concise about this without rambling. The benefits to having a scanner without using Card Dealer Pro are taking photos. I mean, even if you take photos and you're fast on your phone, the scanner is way faster and you can get those uploaded. The downside to that is you have to find a photo host, Image Shack, and then you have to upload them to Image Shack. So that's the downside. But I was using the scanner without Card Dealer Pro for several months. It was way faster than the old way of doing it. And I was using the Excel template for file exchange. And likewise, when I started using Cardi the Pro, it just went into overdrive, and it was even more fast. And I think you'll see the same with using Cardi the Pro. Once you build your efficiencies, you'll realize how much faster it is. And then if you decide to get a scanner, it's just going to take off like a rocket. Brian says Cubs off season, loud bang. Then, yeah, it started hot. It started hot with Craig Counsell, which I've heard from inside the camp is like already like beloved by players, which is awesome. So Craig Counsell, new manager, and then we start with Craig Counsell as new manager, and we end with David Peralta and Dom Smith on minor league deals. Shota Imanaga was a good pickup. We got somebody in the rotation. T-Timer says, Boris always wins. Somebody always overpays. James says, Brewers going to win the division, coming from a Cubs fan. So I don't think so. I don't think the Brewers are going to win. The Brewers probably had a net loss in terms of off-season acquisitions. I really like the Reds. There's just a big question mark on their pitching staff. Now, they had two of their best pitchers were hurt most of the season last year. Nick Lodolo and who was the other guy? Hunter Green. So if those guys are healthy, and I think one of them is going to miss. I think one of them had, I think Tommy John is still going to miss. Maybe I'm completely off. I don't know. But if those guys are healthy, I think the Reds win the division because they've got a lot of young talent. They've got what I love in sports in terms of young talent, where it's almost like they're too young and inexperienced to realize what they're playing for. They're just playing for fun. We've seen that the Cubs was a good example in 2015 and then 2016. They didn't realize what was hanging over their heads because they were so young and they were really talented. And I think that's what Cincinnati has. They're really young and they're really talented and they're just playing for fun. But then all of a sudden they realize, and it just comes with age. You realize what you're playing for and more pressure is on. And then you're getting close to that free agent contract. You're out of your rookie contract and now you're playing for a big payday and there's more pressure, more and more pressure. But early on, it's like, hey, we're just having fun. So I think the Reds will be better. And like I would predict them to win the division. I think probably the Cardinals and Cubs will battle it out for second. And then I think the Brewers and Pirates are going to fight in the basement, and likely the Pirates are going to finish last. That's my prediction on the National League Central. Porter says MLB execs are quiet quitting on Boris, and I love it. I mean, I'd like Bellinger to sign, but F you, Boris. Shane says yes, and they are terrible. Makes you wonder how card quality is going to be in the future. Hopefully it's not like the jerseys. Jeremy says the Brewers lost all their pitching. Yeah, the Brewers regressed. Let's see. Good morning, Christian. Orlando says 10x the Madison Card Show. We 10x that bitch. Yeah. Let's see. Flipping Sports Guy says Fanatics is getting themselves involved in too much. Way too much, Shane adds. James says you load up those 25-cent boxes. I didn't load up any boxes. No boxes for me. I am not setting up tomorrow. I will not be set up tomorrow. Brian, what's going on? My buddy's fam is going through hoarder family home who's dying, got into safe with Playboys, comics, cards, and coins. I was first to get call to buy. Nice. The thing with Playboys, there's like no, like they're They're not worthless, but they're not worth very much. That's the disappointing thing about Playboys. But cards, I don't know anything about comics and coins, but cards, yeah. Game is on Marquee and on the Score. All right. Well, I'll try to find a radio. I think through MLB TV, and then I got to see if, let's see. Let's go to the MLB app. Let's see. I wonder if I'm able to. I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out. T-Timer says you need to get yourself a super box and get all channels and games for free. See, I don't watch enough to get something like that. Like what I have is enough. Like, and we get all the freaking apps. So the only thing I can't get, and it's just from my location, I guess a super box would get me Marquee, but I can watch Cubs games on MLB TV, with the exception of Brewers games. That is the one time, like, if it's opening day, like last year, it's a real pain in the ass. I've got to go on one of those illegal pirate websites to watch the game. That's a bitch. But otherwise, there's really nothing that I can't get. So I'm pretty happy with, I'm able to get pretty much everything I need to watch, with the exception of Brewers Cubs games. Because they're not on Bally's, not on YouTube TV anymore. But maybe that changes because something happened. Oh, I think those channels are going to Amazon. I think that's what's going on. So I'll be able to watch Brewers games on Amazon. Brian, what's going on? Good morning, Brian. Big help last night. He came over and helped out with the sale. I thought last night's sale went a lot smoother. We decided to do a timer. We had to learn on the fly on how to set up the auctions. Because I wanted to put a timer on it. I had a timer on the internet on my TV, but my remote it was really hard to like get it to, and I'd click on the banner ad and it's like, shit. So we didn't use that timer. Plus there's the delay. Like, we're still dealing with the delay. So we ended up doing like, okay, let's just go to the timer. And so I would put the 30-second timer on the screen. I'd wait a few seconds. Basically, anybody who had bid in that 30-second timer was eligible. And, initially it's like we'd get those snipes or snipe attempts at the end. And it's like, no, we're not going to, okay, let's not do this. Let's just, okay, this guy, and this guy. So now you guys battle it out. So, and I think that's the best way to do it. And that's how we handled it 2 weeks ago. So we'll continue to do it that way. I think kind of in, basically if there's no action, if there's no bids, if I'm like going through cards and like nobody's bidding, it's like, okay, you kind of get the idea. We're at this point. It's time to put the timer on and then go from there. So we will do another sale, but again, it won't be until April because next couple weeks I'll be preparing for spring training. I'll be out there from the 12th through the 20th, and then when I get back, I'll be getting set for the March Madison Card Show, which is on March 30th. We might have 175 dealer tables for that show as well. Already booking with new dealers, and sure a lot of people want to come back. So March 30th, the next Madison Card Show after tomorrow, and then once I get settled in after that, then we'll do another bulk sale bonanza, and hopefully between now and then I'll get even more bulk in. Neil's in the house. He says, hitting the Raleigh Sports Cards and Collectible Show this weekend, 325 tables. Nice. Donald's in the house. Good morning. Shane is here. Oh, we already knew Shane was here, didn't we? I'll save you the time of watching. You can put it on the board. Oh, shut up, Shane. Let's see. Low Roller Scratcher wants to know, do you ever set up a card show in your mall? No. I do not want to do a mall. I hate mall shows. Sports Card Ripping Teacher. Cubs will be on the radio today, but Pat and Ron are off site. Yeah. Isn't that stupid? Ricketts was done picking up the Coom Dog snacks. That sucks. And Coomer's cool because he'll like hang out like after games with fans and have a beer. And so that sucks that he's not out there. Let's see. Mark Marinello says Kodai Senga shut down with arm fatigue. Has he thrown a pitch yet? That's the Mets MO. Well, that sucks. I had a bunch of Senga Chrome rookies that I got in my bulk buy on Sunday. Mark Vientos, what's your thoughts on Mark Vientos? Because I think I have like 25 of his Chrome rookies. Hey, speaking of rookies, Adley Rutschman base rookies are like fire in my eBay store because I had like 30 of them. Somebody came in and bought like 15. I'm selling like 2 or 3 Adley Rutschman base Topps rookie cards a day, $2.50. But somebody came in and bought 15 of them at $2.50. So I'm like, thank you. Would you like another? So we're starting to really see movement on some of these baseball rookies and prospects. I think some people got some deals on the modern boxes because most of that stuff was Bowman prospects and stuff that I pulled out of the bulk from my purchase on Sunday. Low Roller says next week KFC will be selling pizza. This is no joke at all. Well, that's interesting. Would you eat a pizza from KFC? I don't even know if I want to eat chicken from KFC. No, I like KFC. It's okay. I have Popeyes. So Popeyes gives me my fried chicken fix. We don't have very many good fried chicken here. Like, I think fried chicken is, I don't know. Madison is not a good fried chicken place. Back home, we had some awesome fried chicken. Rip's Tavern in Ladd, Illinois. Amazing fried chicken. You wait like an hour and a half just to get in. I was very impressed when I went back home 2 months ago or last month, whenever it was, and had to go back for a funeral. And so it was like a Tuesday. And my mom was like, let's go to the Wagon Wheel. It's for dinner. And it happened to be fried chicken night. And I'm like, I'm going to have the fried chicken. It was damn good. It was really good. The Wagon Wheel, which is in Mineral, Illinois, population 200. It's the wagon. That's it. That's the only business in town. There's a library. There's a post office. There's a Legion Hall, American Legion Hall, and houses. That's Mineral, Illinois. There was a bait shop when I grew up. My cousin, who we were like best friends growing up, we would go to the bait shop, and it was kind of like, it was the small town hangout, super small town hangout. They had like an arcade, and you could get candy and pop, and you get a sugar high and play video games all day. Brian says, anyone else listen to the Just Baseball podcast? I do not. Anyone else? Sports Card Ripping Teacher says, I'll try KFC pizza. So he's going to be our guinea pig and let us know how the KFC pizza goes. Unicorn Cupcake, he'll be set up tomorrow at the Madison Card Show. I paid $20 for a set of 1968 Playboys in great condition. I thought it was quite a bargain, but yeah, they aren't worth much. Yeah. Let's see. Wisconsin Beef Council setting up a best burger in Wisconsin contest. Something tells me BK is not going to place in even the top 10. Well, no, of course not. Of course not. Because now our poll was on fast food. Burger King doesn't hold a candle. None of the fast food burgers hold a candle to like a burger from a tavern restaurant, most restaurants. But I'm interested to see what they come up with, what the results are, so I can go have a taste test. Mike Cho, what's up? I'll see Mike tomorrow. I went through all the Bowman for you. It's more like 18 to 19,000 cards, mostly 2020 draft and newer, most organized by team. I should be there on the early side tomorrow. Awesome. Come find me. I will probably be the guy running around with like a chicken with his head cut off. So I will be, I can't tell you where I'll be. I'll just be around. You know what? Shoot me an email and I will send you my cell. And so text me. That way you don't have to find me. Because last month, and we had just the 2 rooms. Last month, I didn't see people. Like, I had a box for a customer and I didn't even see him, and he was at the show. So I want to give you my contact info. Here's my email, 1millioncubsproject@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. It's scrolling at the bottom of your screen. 1millioncubsproject@gmail.com. Send me an email, and I will give you my number so you can text me when you get to the show. That way we don't have to go all over the place looking for each other. Where we at? Mr. Archer says, good morning. The Cubs play baseball. Wow, I'll drink to that. Cheers. Bitcoin. Oh, we have a Bitcoin update. It's down. Bitcoin's in reverse. Mark Marinello. Mark Vientos destroys minor league pitching. Big league pitching, not so much. At best, he'll be a 25th man. Okay, so I'll just kind of hang on to Mark Vientos and hope for the best, I guess. Mike Summer, what's up? Rips for chicken. Hell yeah. Rips Tavern, Ladd, Illinois. Best chicken you'll ever have. I have not had fried chicken anywhere else that compares. Bill Simus, I bought a bunch of Topps Chrome in PB packs at Walgreens yesterday. Didn't get a Yamamoto. Curious how the other guys sold for you. So Roki Sasaki is the big one. And Yamamoto also. Roki Sasaki is even better than Yamamoto. So Roki Sasaki is trying to get posted this year. I pulled this purple out of the 2022. I got to put that on eBay. Roki Sasaki, Seiya Suzuki is in last year's. If they were 2021. Roki Sasaki and Yamamoto. I can't remember who else. There were a couple other guys that sold. Sports Card Ripping Teacher says 4 fried chickens and a Coke. Flipping Sports Guy. KFC pizza will likely be as bad as the stuff Subway called pizza. Oh, yeah. Does Subway still do pizza? I never had it, but it just doesn't sound right. Jamie's in the house. What's up? Happy Friday. Porter, up to 4,000 listings and growing. I'd like to delve back into free shipping, but I'm leery. I'm a big proponent of free shipping. It does help boost your listings, and it's easier. Like, you don't have to deal with combined shipping. Just price 75 cents covers your 1 ounce shipping. Just price it into the card. I would highly recommend free shipping on eBay. Uncle Rich, what's up? He says, hit the like button, subscribe. Yes, thank you. I know you're not in favor of eBay auctions, but why don't you use some with your subscription just to move some inventory? It's kind of just like a time thing. Because I part laziness. It's just one of those things where I have to go through and take the time because I don't want to just throw like random junk because it's likely not going to sell. I have done auctions at various points. I don't use all of my buy it nows right now, so it's not really. I don't have a need to save those. Once I get closer and closer to that threshold, I'll probably look to do some auctions on stale stuff. So I'm not completely. I don't completely poo-poo the auctions, but I'm just definitely not in favor of auctions on like good stuff. Like the Terry Bradshaw rookie that I have. I would not put that at auction because it's probably going to sell for pennies on the dollar. And a lot of stuff really sells for less. But some of the stale stuff that's been sitting, throw it on a 99-cent auction, see how it does. TD Sports Cards, what's up? Good morning. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Let's see. KFC pizza, very popular overseas. This is why it's coming to the U.S. Porter says, I hated it last time around. Took a loss more often than not. I know it's the way it needs to be. You don't have to take a loss. Just price it into your price. So if you have a card that's 99 cents plus 75 cents shipping, just charge $1.75 free shipping, and you're making the same as what you would have made. So just, that's a pain. You have to go in and change pricing and all that, but and you could always, if you're scaling up, you can always just start now and like do free shipping on new listings. Then it kind of becomes, a hassle on combined shipping, but Just price it in. Price it in. Subway still does here. The kids at work grab it all the time. It looks absolutely disgusting. The best fried chicken in the basket I ever had was at long gone place called Holly's on Route 4 in New Jersey. There you go. So the Madison Card Show is tomorrow. 175 tables, 3 ballrooms. Was I able to find? Let's see. So I'm going to show you a layout of the Sheraton Madison. It gives you an idea if you've never been. But if you have been, it shows you where the third ballroom is. Now, this ballroom I did open up in May of 2022, I believe. Okay, it's kind of, okay, there we go. All right, so let's present. There we go. Okay, so this is the first floor of the Sheraton Madison Hotel on John Nolan Drive. So let's see. So I don't know if you can see my cursor, but there is the lobby. This is the front entrance. This is like the street coming up. Boom. This all over here to the left, where just below first floor, this is all parking. That's all parking lot. Okay. So there's a back entrance. You can go straight into the State Street Ballroom. Okay. It's the only ballroom that is accessible from the outside. So right here, there is a door. There will be a sign. There will be a sign right in the front, so you can access it from that, or you can go right between the State Street Ballroom and the market area. That's a side entrance. I know some people may use the side entrance. And then the State Street Ballroom, just swing left from the side entrance. If you're coming in from the front, there's the lobby. Just go left. The car is right here where it says studio. That's where your car is. There's the elevators to the left past the bar, straight back to the State Street Ballroom. You go right to the Williamson Street Ballroom up here. And then from the lobby, right at the front desk, there's the stairwell that takes you up to the second floor. And you can't miss the second floor because that's all it is the Madison Card Show, Capitol Ballroom and the mezzanine. But there it is over here. Excuse me, the State Street Ballroom. So there will be 40 tables in that room. There will be 40 tables in the Williamson Ballroom and 95 tables upstairs. Where we at? Todd says, good luck tomorrow. I hope everything goes great. Thank you, Todd. Appreciate it. Shane says, good luck and happy card hunting tomorrow for everyone who is setting up or going to buy. Charlie says, it makes absolutely no sense, but Pizza Ranch has the best chicken I have ever had. I swear they have a mad scientist back there injecting flavor and moisture into every piece. TD Sports Cards, eBay will be raising their fees from 12 to 12.35%. I don't think so. I think it's already 12.35%, isn't it? On March 15th, there will be transaction fees will increase for orders $10 and up. Transaction fees will stay 30 cents on anything under $10. Transaction fees are going up from 30 cents to 40 cents on transactions over $10. But I don't think there's a fee. There's not a final value fee raise. Max is with Charlie on the pizza. I don't know if I've had Pizza Ranch chicken. I've been to Pizza Ranch several times back in my college days. But I don't recall their chicken. Jason's Card Shop, what's up? Newbie eBay seller here. Can I use the scanner function on my printer to scan cards to my PC? Absolutely. If your printer has a scanner on it, yeah, it's going to be a flatbed scanner, but yeah, absolutely. Let's see. There you go. There's the transaction fee. Let's see. Shane says, and that's when you know your pizza sucks. When pizza is in the title of your restaurant, but everyone comes and talks about the chicken and nobody talks about, nobody's raving about the Pizza Ranch pizza. So Madison Card Show is tomorrow, 175 tables. Showed you the layout. We've got a lot of first-time dealers. A lot of first-time dealers to the show. Let me go through and count. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are all first-time dealers. We're at 9, 10. He set up last month. So we're at 10, 11, 12, 13. Set up last month. 13, 14. I think he's set up before. 15. 15 first-time dealers at the show tomorrow. That might be a new high. Let's see. So, do I have it? Might be easier. So I have some of the mapped out. I don't have State Street. I know who's going to be in State Street, but I don't have it mapped out yet because the State Street Ballroom dealers are bringing their own tables. I'll be providing a few tables from like Overflow. So if you, so in that room, I know the dealers bringing their own tables. We've got Andrew, who I know Max deals with. He's got Pokemon. He'll be in the State Street Ballroom. Andrew, he's set up. He used to run a show in New Berlin, Wisconsin. He'll be back. It's been probably a year since he's set up at the show. Let's see. Black and Gold, they'll be set up in the State Street Ballroom. Dog Pound Breaks will be back. They'll be in the State Street Ballroom. Doug is in the State Street Ballroom. Fredo and Nikki will be in the State Street Ballroom. They have Pokemon. Jeremy is in the State Street Ballroom. I can't remember what he said he had. John from Cards in the Attic will be set up in the State Street Ballroom. Jose and Juan will be in the State Street. Matthew, who I think sets up at Oak Creek. He's a first-time dealer to Madison, but sets up, I think, almost every month in Oak Creek. Lang is back. It's been a few months since he's been there. And Nick will be set up in the State Street Ballroom. David's back. He'll be down in the Williamson Ballroom. Jim, who's there. Pretty much the front dealers are actually, as I'm looking at the map, most of the Williamson Ballroom is regulars. So if you've been there, James right as you walk into the wall on the right, Kyle next to him, Matthew, who's got a bunch of Pokemon, and then Tough to Find Stuff, Ben will be in the back corner. Adam, who's got Pokemon, next to Ben. The Ferry Brothers, they're only going to have 2 tables this month. I think one of the brothers is out this month. So Ferry Brother will be set up on the back wall. Dell, you may know Dell from Who Do I Know, says Max. Andrew. Dell sets up at the Spectacular. He sets up at Oak Creek. So Dell will be there. Upper Class Shelf will be back. Eric, he's got hockey. There's going to be a few guys with hockey this month. Tim and Joel. Tom Bohannon, he's a first-time dealer. He'll be in the Williamson Street Ballroom. Sheckelman and Shong and Paul and Aiden, they'll be in the first row in the Williamson Ballroom. Dustin Devers, Robert in the middle there. Greg in the back corner next to Unicorn Cupcake. Kevin. That just kind of worked out where Kevin's got the Venezuelans and Greg's got vintage also, so kind of worked out well. John is back. I think he missed last month, so he'll be next to Unicorn Cupcake. And Sherman, who's a first-time dealer, will be there as well. Upstairs, you walk in. There's probably going to be 2 tables as you walk into the upstairs entrance. Jim from the Lion's Den. He's right there to the left as you walk in. Badger Breaks to the right. John and the guys from Rockford along that wall. The Lambricks, Matt Skaggs, Real Breaks, Tom, Logan, Jack, and AJ Minster. They're taking those 3 guys are taking the Cardboard Bros tables. Cardboard Bros are down at, I think, Collecticon down in Texas this weekend. 5-Star will be in the house accepting submissions for PSA and SGC. Paul is next to Matt with BCW Supplies. Big Mark with the vintage. Ray will be back. I think he's been out the last couple months. Tony from Oak Creek will be set up. Tom next to him. Joa John Boomer, Rodney, who's got a bunch of old wax. Let's see, Max in his normal spot. Next to Max will be Derek, who is a first-time dealer, and I guess he's got some bangers, some big bangers. That's what Jesse told me. So I've got Jesse and Derek next to each other, John next to them in his spot. Bronco will be right across from where I'm usually set up, right across from Tom. So Jesse, if you're watching on replay, I'm moving you basically just the other side of where you're next to John instead of behind John. And I've got Bronco in those two spots. And then East Coast Tom is right across from Bronco. Craig in his normal 3 tables there. Dan, my buddy Dan, coming up from Schaumburg. He'll be in Jeff. Jeff cannot make it this weekend, so Dan's got his spots. Eric, who's got bargain boxes in his usual spot. Ross is back after a month or 2 off. Jordan and Christian over on that side as well. And then, we missed the mezzanine. Sheena is in his normal spot. Landis is back. Nick is a first-time dealer. James is set up in his spot that he was last month, along with Richard. Tim from Honto Gaming will be back in the mezzanine. Keto is back. Gunner also has some Pokemon. He'll be out in the mezzanine. Caleb is in the hallway by the elevators. So that's kind of a rundown. I didn't even get to everybody because I haven't mapped out the rest. So I'm kind of halfway through mapping it out. I've got to actually go to the Sheraton to look at the State Street to draw up my own map. So I actually will be drawing the map in the room because it's been a while since I've seen the layout in hand. And I have to see it. I have to see it to believe it. So tomorrow, Madison Card Show, 175 tables. Don't forget about the State Street Ballroom. There will be 40 tables in that room, and that is to the back left. If you're looking in the lobby, Williamson Ballroom's back right. So you can also access the State Street Ballroom from the back parking lot. All right. We are not going to play Name That Player this morning because I've got too much stuff going on. So we are going to skip that. We're already over an hour. We'll bring back Name That Player next week. Let's get to some final comments. Tea Timer says, now eating pizza for breakfast. Could be a new habit. Hey, breakfast pizza is the GOAT of breakfast. Unicorn Cupcake says, are the new dealers all in the new ballroom or spread about? Spread about. I think I've got, just based on kind of how the layout, I've got some first-time dealers upstairs, just based on the layout. It's putting a puzzle together. You know, you have like certain dealers want their spot every month, and then it may leave only one table in a row. So you just have to plug people in. Let's see. I don't think there are any first-time dealers in the Williamson Ballroom though, because that fills up fast with regulars. Sherman is on your row. He is a first-time dealer. And Tom. Everyone else. Yeah. So Tom will be in the middle. Basically like across from you, and Sherman, who's like 2 tables down from you. There's a couple first-time dealers upstairs in the ballroom. Let's see. I don't think there's any first-time dealers. Oh, Nick is a first-time dealer. He will be in the mezzanine, and all the other first-timers will be in the State Street Ballroom. Let's see. Good morning, Flawed Thinkers in the house. Let's see. We answered that. Mikey, what's up? Good morning. How are your sales going today? My sales are down this week, which is kind of a breath of fresh air, which is good. I haven't added anything new this week at all to my eBay store, so my sales reflect that. He says, my sales are kind of slow on eBay right now. No one is taking advantage of my sales. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes it's just slower. Terry, what's up? Good morning. Richard, what's going on? Good morning. Max says, looking forward to tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to take a quick walk around before the rush. Yeah, I'm hoping to buy. Hopefully Mike and I can make a deal, and we'll see who else. I do want to make, I didn't have any time to look at Dell's bargain boxes. last time he was set up. So I do want to at least kind of look through what he has. And I'll be interested. 15 first-time dealers. We'll see if any of those have some good bargain boxes. Shane, you as well. Thank you, sir. So I'm going to wrap things up. We will resume Name That Player next Friday. So we'll resume it. So my apologies. But I've got to get some shipping done before I head over to the Sheraton for the first round of Madison Card Show prep. So, and by the way, also, if you did purchase boxes from last night's sale, those are behind me. Those will be shipped out today. So I will get those if they were paid, and I think everybody did pay last night. We'll get those shipped out today. 2 of those boxes I'll deliver to Raymond at the show tomorrow. So those will get shipped out today. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Visit my eBay store, 99centcards.com. Hope to see you tomorrow at the Madison Card Show. Obviously, there's no Hobby Evolution tomorrow morning, but we will review the Madison Card Show on Sunday. Hopefully, my dream was not a premonition. I had a dream of a train derailment. That's not good. Hopefully, it's just the chaos that is going on this week with crazy eBay sales from getting out of that, now doing the sale, now the Madison Card Show, and a couple weeks away from spring training. My mind is just going crazy. I had a dream about a train derailment. I do want to show, this is a crazy dream. So I had a dream. I think I was in Mineral. I talked about the wagon wheel in Mineral earlier. I think I was in Mineral, and there were railroad tracks, and which there is railroad tracks going through Mineral, but it was on like the other side of town where there's not railroad tracks. That's just weird ass dreams, making shit up in your dreams. So there were trains. There were 2 lines of trains, and then all of a sudden there was a cross track, and there's a train coming, and I'm like, oh my God, there's going to be a train derailment. And at the right time, it like nailed a hole in the train that was coming. So there was a train coming from east to west, and then a train coming up from the south to the north, and it timed it perfectly. There was like a hole, and it just went right through the hole in the train and didn't derail. But then it happened a second time, and that time it like took out a bunch of like oil barrels or something. And it's like, whoa. And I was taking video because that's what you do today. There's an accident, you take video. Like, oh, look at this. So hopefully that's not like a sign of things to come. Hopefully that's just the stress talking. Now I'm going to go. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. See you tomorrow, Madison Card Show. Back at it, not 7 a.m. Sunday. Probably 9 a.m. Sunday to recap the show. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you Sunday.